feels so good to invest in yourself and develop yourself personally. But sometimes it could be a little bit confusing. So I want to help you with that. So in this video, I am going to help you find out and explore the 3 different stages of personal development. And that's coming up next. Hey everyone, this is Lily from HeartSpace, where we create amazing videos. That's right, I said amazing videos daily to help you live more of the life that you want every single day, whether that's in a big way or a small way. So if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss all the, I'm going to say it again, the amazing videos coming your way. So let's talk about the 3 stages of personal development. I don't know why I said that. It sounds fun. If you guys are on this channel, it's an indicator that you are interested in personal development and your journey has already started. And oftentimes it could be a little bit lonely and scary and confusing, and you don't know exactly what's actually happening. So this video is meant to help you with that. And this is strictly from a personal perspective and also what I have seen in my clients as well. So it's my own opinion on what the 3 stages of personal development is. The first stage is discovery stage. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh. Like you live your life a certain way, right? Like you're told that you're limited. You're told that, you all there is. And, like just give up on all your dreams and just live your life, like everybody else. And then you enter this whole other world of personal development. That could come in a form of a book, in a video, or a seminar, whatever that is, and you discover, oh, look at the possibilities. I could do these amazing things in my life. I am infinite. I don't have to live like this anymore. I could create my own reality. I could have the body that I want. I could have the person I want in my life. I could have the career I want. And this is so exciting. There's so much to discover. This reminds me of like my personal development journey. I kind of was like thrusted into it. Yes, I did read some business books when I was in the corporate world, and I did watch some books, but I experienced this when I went to UPW, Unleash the Power from Within, with Tony Robbins 3 years ago. And it was such an incredible experience. I was there with like 9,000 people. And if you have not experienced it, you gotta go and just experience it for yourself. It's incredible. It's hard to describe in words or watch videos to really know what goes on in there. It's amazing. I'm not being endorsed by this, but I'm just letting you know my experience. And I was like jumping up and down, and like I had so much energy. I did not eat, I did not drink. I was like walking on fire. I was unstoppable. And like Tony Robbins is like speaking for 15 hours in a row. Like he doesn't go to the bathroom at all, like nonstop. And I was so excited to discover all of these different things. So in this stage, you're discovering. So it's important to, yes, follow the flow, but also take some time and really enjoy everything that you're discovering. And really start to think about, okay, what are the things that I want to apply right now? Because it's easy to take everything and try to apply everything in your daily life. So you have to really just take some time in the discovery stage. If you feel overwhelmed, that's okay. Take your time with that. It's good, right? Maybe take one thing that you discover and apply it to see how it goes. Maybe just do it for a day or do it for a week. If it's a bigger thing you want to apply, maybe you do it for 30 days. But be patient with yourself. Yes, there's all this excitement, all of this discovery, and all of this infinite possibilities. And at the same time, you don't want to overwhelm yourself and discourage yourself from moving forward. So that's the first stage. Now, the second stage is the sharing stage. Oh boy. Like once you figure out, these are things that are so exciting for me. I really want to share with everybody. Because if I believe that I'm infinite, then obviously my friends are infinite. My neighbors are infinite. The people I work with are infinite. And they just need to know the way. And I will show the way. I will do everything I can to influence them and inspire them because I'm so inspired. And I really want them to be inspired as well because I love them and I care for them. And I want to share this information with all of them. And you know what happens? Oftentimes, if they're not willing and open, you get turned down. you get turned down so badly. I know. I have been there. This is, again, I told you this video is from a personal experience of my own personal development journey. So going back to Tony Robbins' story. Oh, after the Tony Robbins seminar, man, like I was so excited. I wanted to share with the whole wide world. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. At the time, I was a dance instructor at a dance studio, and I had a pretty big class. Like my classes would range anywhere from 30 to 40 people per class, and I would teach several times a week. And I also had a group of helpers and assistants helping me, and there's about like 8 of them at a time helping me, assistant instructors helping me teach their classes. And I was flying back from LA to Toronto. Toronto's where I used to live. And I was just thinking about all of these different ways. I'm like, oh, I really want to apply this jumping technique. Oh, I really want to apply, all of these different techniques that Tony Robbins helped me with. And I'm so excited. I think people are going to be so thankful because they're going to find out it's so going to be helpful. And it's going to be incredible. And we're all going to help. And we're all going to do a group hug. And it's going to be absolutely incredible. And we're all going to grow together. Great. So I went in there with that kind of crazy energy, right? Mind you, I also haven't eaten properly or drank any water in like 3-4 days. So I'm a little delusional. And so I went into my class. I hopped off the plane and I went into the studio. And I was so excited. And I started doing like the crazy jumping thing, right? Maybe if you've seen Tony Robbins do the thing, like I was just like jumping up and down, like, oh, everybody do it. And all my students like, okay. I mean, they're doing it because I'm their dance instructor. And sorry guys, I just have to fix my microphone. And they're like, okay, I'll do it too. And then I start to see whispers. And I started to see people like roll their eyes. And then I'm feeling self-conscious now. I was like, oh my God, maybe they don't want to know these things. Like, I'm like, no, they just don't know. I just need to inspire them. And then that night, everybody left, but they were like super uncomfortable. Nobody really wanted to say anything to me because they did not want to hurt my feelings, which they're so kind not to hurt my feelings. And then the next day, one by one, I got different emails of my assistant instructors asking to leave my class. And that hurt a lot because I really cared for them. And I thought that we were in this together. And I wanted to share the things that I've learned in my own seminar to help them with their lives because it helped me a lot. And it was coming from this loving place. And for them to say that they're gonna leave, it was like daggers to my heart. It was a lot of pain. And it wasn't one person doing it, it was several people doing it in the same day. And I had long conversations with all of them, and I was able to salvage some of the relationships, but some of them were like way too far gone that I wasn't able to salvage it. And this stage is so difficult because you mean well, but you haven't lived it yet. You haven't actually experienced all the teachings that you have just learned in a book or in a seminar, in my case in a seminar, that people think that you're just this crazy person trying to force them to do something that they don't want to do. And you also have to understand that everyone is on their journey and everyone is exactly where they need to be. So if they're not ready, you can't force them to be ready. You can't force them to do the things that you're doing because you're doing them. They have to really come to you for help. They have to come to you for guidance. You can't force these things from happening, especially if you're really early on in your personal development journey. Now, even looking back like 3 years later, probably 3 years, it's been 3 years now. Looking back 3 years later, it's still a really painful part of my life because I was learning these things and then people turned their backs on me. And not only did they turn their backs on me, some of them don't speak to me anymore. And it's not their fault. And it's kind of not my fault either, but it is my fault, right? It's no one's fault in a sense. I was misguided. right? Like it wasn't their fault to leave the environment that I created for them, because I was forcing them to do things that they didn't want to do, and nobody should ever be placed in that kind of environment. And I was misguided, and I did not understand it. But it's also a phase that I was going through. It's a stage that I'm going through in my personal development. And that's a thing for you guys too. If you're going through this stage right now, that you're discovering all these amazing things and you're sharing it with your loved ones and they're not receptive, know that they will come around, or maybe they will never come around. It doesn't matter. Do it for you. But know that if their time is right, they will come to you for guidance. They will come to you for help. You don't have to force the situation on anybody. And don't feel bad if they're not receptive towards you, because it's not their time yet. All you can do is send out little invitations here and there. Maybe you could, like, hey, I know that if someone is going through, like, say, a heartbreak, right? And you know of a technique to help them, just say, hey, there's something I know that could help you. If you want that, I could send that over to you. That's it. That's all you can do. You can't force people to do things that they don't want to do. And just be patient with yourself. This is just another stage. Stage number 3 is living. Yes. So after you've gone through the stage of discovery of infinite possibilities, then you go through the sharing phase, and the last one is living, right? You just live it. You don't have to tell people what to do. You don't have to tell people, oh my God, you gotta meditate. It's like the most amazing thing ever. You just meditate. You don't have to tell people to do anything. You're just living it. If you look at the top spiritual teachers in the world, they're not telling people what to do. They're living it. They have the sense of energy and vibration about them that you are attracted to them. And that's what's going to happen. If you start living the teachings and you start living the lessons that you have learned from all of these different personal development platforms, you're going to see that your energy is going to change. Your skin is going to glow, maybe you'll be, more attractive. I don't know. So many things could happen. Like outwardly, it's true. Outwardly, you are going to be more attractive. And maybe it's not from a physical perspective, it's maybe from an energetic perspective. And you're going to notice more and more people will be reaching out to you and say, hey, you know what? You look really good. What's your secret? What are you doing? Or like, you look really freaking happy these days. Can I have some of that? Like, what's going on there? That's what happens when you start living the teachings and living the lessons. People automatically are attracted to you. So guys, those are the 3 stages of personal development, and I'm sure there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to a million different stages of personal development. I just wanted to get the ball rolling for the first 3 stages. I'm probably going to add on to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 stages, and know that you're not alone. Like, these are the stages that we all go through, and even me, I've gone through all of these stages, as I mentioned in my different examples. And I'm happy to tell you that I am living the 3rd phase. I'm not too concerned about forcing other people to do things. I am more cherishing me living the way that I have learned to live from all of these amazing spiritual teachers. So, like I said, I'm probably going to be adding more stages to this. And if you guys want to share different stages that you have gone through in your personal development, please write it in the comments and I'll join in on the discussion. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.